Welcome to Traveling with SHOWCO. Enjoy the ride.
Everybody, welcome back. I love our intros. They're so cool. Anyway, so welcome back to Traveling with SHOWCO. And I just want to kind of stop in and give you this little update of where I just was and where I'm just going to be tomorrow. So today, I just wanted to kind of run down where I just came from. I came from Indiana. I was up there again. And I know you're probably thinking, why does he keep going to Indiana? Because the state of Indiana, Indiana 901, has asked us to teach our really popular Expecting the Unexpected class 5 different places 2 times a piece. So total of 10 times we're going to teach that same class. So I'm on number 4 right now. I got one more up in Indiana again to do in a different part of Indiana. It's over there by Chicago-ish, kind of. The last one I just went to was up by Vincennes, if you know where that's at. It's kind of southern Indiana. But of course, besides the class, if you see the pictures, I'm going to kind of talk about each one of those pictures that we put up today. But if you look at the pictures, you'll see the place we taught at was this technology center. Man, it is nice. That place is like, the technology in that place is booming. It's a great place to teach. It's so easy to get the stuff going, and the people work there very, very nice, and gave us plenty of help if we needed it or anything like that, and cleaning up stuff. So it's very nice. And the students, my gosh, you look at the classes, you can see each one of them had like about, I think there were 40 some odd people in each class of the 2 days. So it was like, that's 80 dispatchers got this training. And man, there's some really awesome people in there that really shared some stories, gave us some information. So really cool stuff. And hopefully they got a lot out of it. And, we only got to one more set to do. Anyway, so that was a pretty cool thing over there. And that place is really kind of interesting because it's all by itself out in the middle of nowhere is this beautiful technology center, but there's nothing else around it. I mean, nothing else around it. Just a freeway. That's about it. So kind of a cool thing to do. So we went and did that class, and that was pretty cool because that class covers everything from sinking vehicles to active shootings to UFOs to Bigfoot to all kinds of things that you will probably never get. I hope you don't. But if you do, you better know how to handle those things very quickly. So I can't tell you how to answer every single call because I don't know everybody's protocols, but I can certainly tell you what would you do in this situation? What should you be looking for? What are some questions you should take back with you to your agency to say, hey, what would we do if this happened? What would we do if that happened? And it's important to kind of keep these questions in mind. So when we finish that class, I always tell people, how many notes have you taken? People have taken pages of notes because it's got so much information there about things they don't probably encounter or probably don't even talk about during training. But I certainly want to share that information with everybody out there. So that was a pretty cool little experience out there. And so then, of course, I had to do some driving around and things like that. So I had to go see some really cool landmarks. I'm trying to pull it up right now so I can see what the heck I'm going to talk about next because I want to make sure I talk about the right thing with y'all. Okay, so one of the things I went and checked out was the Cannonball Bridge, and that's the Wabash Cannonball Bridge. Used to be a railroad. It was built back in, I forget what year it was, 18 something, and it was just a railroad bridge. Well, then they closed it down in 1965 and turned it into a one-way traffic lane. Well, it crosses the river, and to me, it doesn't look well maintained. To me, it looks a little scary that you can still drive across this darn thing. So if you look at our pictures, that's what the bridge looks like. I even put the video up of us driving over this freaky, scary. rickety bridge, and I did it twice because I drove across it, and that takes you into St. Francisville, Illinois, and then I just turned around and came right back across this thing again. And I mean, I'm like tempting fate almost, for God's sakes. But it was a pretty cool thing. I mean, it's been abandoned, and it's got some real interesting haunted things about it. I mean, there's a bunch of different rumors about what went on at this bridge. There was one that where a guy tried to commit suicide years and years and years ago, and he tied a rope around his neck and jumped off the thing. Well, it just decapitated him basically. So his head's apparently still floating around in the air out there. It's the purple head out there, so that's what they call it. And there's another legend about a Native American who did the same thing. He was killed out there. So this bridge has got a lot of history to it. So it's kind of a cool thing to see, and not a lot of people know it's there. I mean, it is not the easiest thing to find. I mean, you got to drive down a dirt road, and I kept thinking, there's no way there's a bridge at the end of this dirt road, and good God, there was. And it's very cool. It says toll bridge on the thing, but there's no place to pay a toll. So I'm figuring the toll must be like that kind of toll. Maybe that's what you take a toll on you or something like that. I have no idea, but it's a very cool place to see. It's got a lot of history with it, and it's just interesting that it's still operating. I mean, I can't imagine it go much longer. It's been closed in 65. It was built in 1800s, and I just can't believe that they would still have this bridge operating over there. But hey, I was dumb enough to drive across it twice. And as you get to the middle, you can really feel it creaking below you. You're like, oh God, I hope this car is okay as it goes across this thing. So, kind of a cool thing to do though. So I want to make sure we did that. That was neat, I thought. So that was kind of a cool thing. And then I found an article. I love to research crazy stuff before I go to an area. I found this article in some old newspaper thing about this horseshoe pond sea monster. So apparently there's a horseshoe pond, and I took a picture of it, and it's just a small pond. I mean, I don't understand where this came from, but I'll read you the thing that was in the newspaper article. It's kind of funny. So it says the sea serpent of Horseshoe Pond, located 6 miles south of Vincennes, was reported to be about 60 feet long. I don't know how it could even fit in this damn little pond, but it was bigger and longer than a telephone pole, resembled a snake, but had the head like that of a large dog. Interesting. That's how Isaac Daines described what he had seen in the murky waters of Horseshoe Pond, as reported on April 22nd, 1892, on the Vincennes commercial newspaper out there. So Mr. Daines was described as a highly respected farmer whose veracity cannot be questioned. So he's telling the truth, gosh darn it, whether he saw this thing or not. And it says Dane said he tried to kill the monster several times, but bullets seemed to have no effect on it, which that's pretty funny to begin with. Later reports included in the Vincennes commercial newspaper in June 17 of 1892 reported that the sea serpent had possibly relocated. It relocated to Big Swan Pond, about 10 miles south of Vincennes. Several men of good repute for veracity reportedly observed the creature. So I found an article that had a drawing of it. It's on our Facebook right there. So, and I found the Horseshoe Pond. It's the only pond in that area. So it's about 6 miles south of Vincennes, but I didn't see anything. Nothing popped out. There's no Loch Ness monster. As much fun as that would have been to see, I didn't see any Loch Ness monster on the darn thing. So I was kind of sucky about that. And then I went to this big, huge Revolutionary War memorial thing for this guy, George Rogers Clark, who was born in 1752. And during the Revolutionary War, he held one of the highest ranks in the northwestern frontier. And but it says this beautiful memorial to him. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's huge. But there's some reports out there that there's been some strange occurrences, cold spots, reports of being pushed, and some shadow people that people have seen. While the memorial itself is a site of historic significance, some believe that George Rogers' spirit may linger there, possibly due to his wartime controversies surrounding Native Americans. So apparently he did have something about Indians when they were kind of settling Kentucky, because he's the founder of Louisville. So That's kind of his claim to fame. He's founded Louisville, helped make a state out of Kentucky. So he did a lot of different things out there. But the memorial is beautiful. I mean, if you go inside there, I went in and walked around. It's a beautiful place. It's got these huge murals. It's got a 7 or 8 foot statue of him right in the middle of this rotunda. So it's a beautiful place to go. I will tell you one thing that wasn't good is the parking's really far away, and it was hot as living hell out there. But it was cool. I still wanted to go see it. I don't care. I wanted to go there and take a look at it and see how neat is that? Let me take a look see at this darn thing out there. So I thought it was pretty cool. And the video of me driving across the Wabash Bridge is in there, so you can kind of see that if you want to take a look at it. It's actually pretty cool that it's actually in there. Just a lot of neat things up there. It was kind of cool to see that. And I do want to do a quick little special here. Theme music, please.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath long about a Saturday night.
Okay, so I love to do my Doug's totally unnecessary shower reviews, and I stayed at the Hampton in what's that, Vincennes, and the shower situation was this: it had a nice shower head on it, but I had a water restrictor on it, so the water was just barely coming out. So I was like, oh, hell no. So once I replaced mine with it, beautiful. It was nice. It was hot. It was good. That was wonderful. But why would they put a nice shower head on there and a water restrictor? People, we're not in California. We don't need to restrict our water usage. So, like, really? I mean, come on now. So it was kind of a cool thing to do, and I really had a fun time going up there and doing these classes, and so cool. What's the coolest thing is the fact that Indiana buys lunch for everybody, every single class, and it's like, how great is that? I mean, they're out there giving you nice lunches and stuff, and this time they had barbecue both days, and it was just so good. And I'm like, what in the world? So thank you to Vicky and Laurel. Why am I having a blank? Kind of crazy, but I'm like, I did. So, but yeah, it was kind of nice. And then after I finished the last day on Wednesday, I drove home, and it was only like 3.5, 4 hours to get home, which was pretty cool. I was like, that's kind of nice. So, already back home. And because here's the thing, tomorrow we're driving over to Maryland to go to the APCO National Conference, and that's in Baltimore, and that should be fun. And we're gonna have a couple of updates for Showalter Company and Traveling with SHOWCO on the road, because we're staying at a very haunted hotel in Baltimore. And then we're going to be, once we leave the APCO conference next week, we're going over to Gettysburg to take a couple tours over there, some ghost tours, stuff like that. So we're going to have a couple of different Traveling with SHOWCO episodes. So if you keep watching, you'll see these things. And I hope you are sharing these things, telling your friends, going, you know what, it's kind of funny, this guy and this company, they go around and travel around and see the coolest things. I mean, I love seeing these great landmarks and things like that. And I have so many set up for the next time I go up to Indiana. I mean, there's lots of different things out there. I'm going to go by the Whispers Estate. It's a very haunted hotel in northern Indiana. So it's like I got a lot of things lined up for that. So we'll go see those things. In fact, we're going to go see the baseball stadium that they filmed that show. I'm trying to think of the name of the show was Tom Hanks, No Crying in Baseball, whatever that show was. Movie. It was filmed there, and it's still there. So kind of a cool thing. Other than that, you know what? I appreciate you guys paying attention, listening carefully what we're talking about, and go see this stuff. I mean, if you find cool things in the area, please, please, please let me know where they are, and I'll go check them out myself. I love to go see weird, historic, haunted, paranormal, odd roadside attractions. So let me know where you've been. Let me know what you think. Go ahead and like us on YouTube. Make sure you get just subscribe to us on YouTube, and then you'll get the latest updates. And especially this coming week, we're going to have quite a few Traveling with SHOWCO moments to remember. So other than that, everybody, until next time, go out and make it a fun ride.
Thanks for watching Traveling with SHOWCO. We hope you enjoyed the ride.